Welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, where there is plenty of excitement. And coming up in today's video, we are going to be discussing the beginning of the USA tour. It's underway and we are going to be talking all of the details ahead of two very exciting weeks to come. We're also going to be talking, of course we are, about Robert Lewandowski. I mean, how could we not talk about Lewandowski, who, let me just remind you, is a Barcelona player, and as well, we have special praise today for Joan Laporta, for Mateu Alemany, for the work that they've been doing, and we're going to be talking about what's next in the transfer window in what has been an incredible summer so far for Barça. It is all coming up today, guys. Plenty of good feelings, so come on! Let's do this! Because indeed, Barça have now arrived in the United States on Saturday night there at 7:30 p.m. local time. They touched down in Florida after a 9-hour flight there for the team. They were travelling for most of Saturday and now they're ready to get started on those all-important pre-season preparations. Because after resting at the hotel on Saturday night then, the team will now have a double training session here on Sunday ahead of the first match of the USA Tour, which is going to be coming on Tuesday night against David Beckham's Inter Miami team. And this right here, this is the squad that made the trip to the USA. You can see straight away there that brand new signings, Rafinha, Franck Kessié and Andreas Christensen have all been included in that squad. Plus as well, there is an inclusion for Frenkie de Jong. There are a few rumours that said, Barca were considering not taking him, but to be honest, I never really bought into that. He was always going to be on this trip. Memphis as well is also included. His future remains unclear. And another one as well that I would just point out there in that list is Miralem Pjanic. A few people thought that maybe he wouldn't be on that trip either, but he seems to have been slowly quietly convincing Xavi over these first few weeks of pre-season. And we also don't know what's in store for his future, and plenty of young players as well making the trip, and we'll be looking to use this opportunity to impress Xavi. However, when it comes to Xavi, what we should say at this stage is that actually he's not there yet. He is not actually in America at this stage. The most important person on this whole trip isn't actually there because he had there some complications with his passport, an issue there that is going to be resolved very, very soon. The club expect that to be all fine and ready to go on Monday, where he will then fly out to join the rest of his players. And of course, we do need Xavi there, so hopefully that is all going to be fine. There is also a number of players who have not been included in that squad. Martin Braithwaite was excluded, Oscar Mingueza, Samuel Umtiti, Ricky Puig and also Neto. And those are players, of course, who we've been well aware of. They're not in Xavi's plans, and he has made that crystal clear. They need to find a club because they must leave Barca. However, there is one more name that will be added to that list for the USA Tour, and it is, of course, the name of the main man himself, Robert Lewandowski, who arrived back there in Mallorca on Saturday evening. He flew there in from Munich, arriving in Spain, and then his move, of course, to Barca was officially confirmed. And thank you so much, guys, for all of the incredible support, amazing love that was shown on yesterday's video there. The announcement of Lewandowski, what an incredible moment that it was. And now today, Lewandowski is going to be flying directly to the USA, and he will now be joining up with the rest of his new teammates, and he's going to get to take part in this USA Tour, which is something that I feel there is not only extremely exciting, especially when you consider we've got a Clasico coming this coming weekend, so Lewandowski could be involved for that. And it's also really important too that he can now acclimatise himself to this club and integrate himself into this team as quickly as possible, and we all cannot wait to see him. But what I would like to do, speaking of Lewandowski, is go a little bit further here into his contract at Barca. That has been the subject of much speculation here over the past 48 hours or so when we were waiting to get this deal all confirmed. People were wondering, well, how much is he going to be on a week? What is his wage going to look like at Barca, given that's, of course, a real topic of interest since Laporta arrived back to the club, getting that wage bill in order. Well, Lewandowski, first of all, has agreed there a 3-year contract at Barca Barca until 2025, and there will be the option of a fourth year in that deal. But that will only be something there that if the club decide they want to do that, and also the player has to be on board too, only then would that be activated. And I do want to point out that Gerard Romero, of course, very reliable source that he has been right throughout the summer, he says that in years 3 and then potentially 4 of Lewandowski's contract, it is already agreed there between him and the club, it's been written into that deal that in years 3 and 4, his salary would decrease. And that, for me, that really shows us the change. Because think about what Bartomeu was doing. Think about the kind of contracts that he was handing out, whereby actually, as the contracts went on, they didn't decrease, they actually increased. They actually went up as time went on. As players got older, they went up. And that's not the right way to do things, is it? You know, anybody can see that. So Lewandowski here, on that deal here, where as he does get older, as the years do go on, it does indeed decrease. And that is a very, very astute move by the club. But it gets even better than that. And this is where I want to give huge credit, not only to the club, but also to Robert Lewandowski himself. Because it's being widely reported here that his salary at Barca is going to be €9 million per year net salary. And that, for me, is incredible. For a player of his calibre, for a player of his quality, to come in there on a wage of €9 million per year, that is staggering. That is truly fantastic business, because that there is less than what he was earning at Bayern. He has taken a lesser wage. And I also want to say as well, since every other fan in the world, you know, aside from Barca fans, they all seem to take a real interest in what we're doing these days, don't they? They really do like to stay on board with all Barca matters. So I'm just going to make a comparison here of my own. Compare Lewandowski's €9 million per year with, for instance, Kalidou Koulibaly's contract. He's just signed for Chelsea now. He will earn €10 million net per year. So we have signed Lewandowski here on a contract earning less wages than Koulibaly. And this, for me now, guys, is when you do have to start looking at Joan Laporta. You have to start looking at the work that Mateu Alemany is doing. And you cannot help, right now, but to applaud what they've been doing. The way that they have gone about their business this summer, the way they've gone about changing the whole mindset, you know, within the club in terms of how the club was being run. And actually, I would like to think back here, because when Laporta first returned as president, one of the most exciting things for me, listening there to his campaign, listening to the way that he presented himself when he got back into power, one of the most important things I feel he said was that this club, it sells itself. And what he meant by that was, there are so many players in the world of football who want to be here, who desperately would love to play for this club. And Laporta basically said, when you run this club, the club does the talking. This club speaks for itself. And just think about it. You think about the size of Barca, the history, the legacy of this club, and what you as a player could create by coming here. That's a unique feeling. And that is something that speaks louder than anything else in football. Because players dream of playing here. They spend their whole career wanting to make that move to Barca. And why would you not use that? Why would you not tap into that? Why would you not take advantage there of what is our biggest selling point? And this is the point that Laporta was trying to make here. You don't need to be throwing money at players. You don't need to offer more money than what other clubs are offering. And that's what Bartomeu did. That was the mistakes that he made here. He basically treated Barca as this normal, standard club, whereby he felt as though he had to go and pay well over the odds. He had to throw enormous money at players just to get them to come here. He didn't need to do that. Players dreamt of that moment. Players spent their whole career wanting to make it happen. You didn't need to overpay. And finally now with Laporta, what we've seen here with the deals for Lewandowski, with the deal we've done for Rafinha as well, he is using this club to its full potential again. He is being able to attract the biggest names without paying the biggest price, paying them the biggest wage around here. He is using the prestige, the stature of this club, finally, to its advantage, and it is going to help us, not only on the pitch in terms of the players we're attracting and the quality that we have, but of course off it too, because financially, this will make us so much more secure. Which means that when you are talking there about the transfer window and the business that we are doing, and still business that we hope to do, the very next deal now in our sights It is none other than Sevilla's Jules Kounde, and that is something now that with this Lewandowski deal done, this is a deal that has our full attention. This is full priority now for Barcelona. They're going to be talking intensely with Sevilla, negotiating on that deal, seeing if we can include a player. That is all going to be decided very, very soon indeed. Full attack now for Kounde and to strengthen the heart of our defence. And just imagine it, guys, this summer transfer window, if we walk away here with Franck Kessié, with Christensen, with Rafinha, with Dembele renewed, with Lewandowski, with Gavi renewed, and to add Kounde to that, what a window. What a summer we could be looking at here in terms of strengthening and rebuilding this squad. It's what we asked for. It is what we needed. And we are on the verge now of doing something truly special. Please do let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below on the signing of Lewandowski, on the potential signing of Jules Kounde, and the work that we are doing and the work that we're getting through and changing at the club this summer. Let me know those thoughts down below. Thank you again for the incredible support, the generosity, the true passion and excitement from every single one of you guys. I will be back soon to talk plenty more about it. Thank you again for watching. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.